This is great radio, by the way.
Sorry. All right, I'm back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast. My name's Luke McCredden, and with me, as always, is my friend, my co-host, my person that I lean on when I need some information about fishing, someone I put shit on regularly, but just all around, you know, just sort of partner in crime when it comes to The Deep Drop. Adam Ring, Ads. What is going on?
What an
pal?
intro.
Yeah.
What an intro. I love it.
I just started and I sort of, it was like when you sort of get on a skateboard and you start going down a hill and realise, fuck, can't stop. You get the speed wobbles. You fall off at some point. Anyway.
No, it was good. I thought it was okay. I rated it.
Good. I didn't plan on that. Sometimes I just feel like I need to talk you up a bit. But I don't think I did because I think I said I put shit on you. So I fucked it right up.
That's okay. That's what a friend's for.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what friends are for helping out. And Ads, tonight I need your help because I've been asked during the week something I get asked regularly. What's The Deep Drop all about?
Listen, as you said at the top, The Deep Drop is a fishing podcast. But it's also kind of like a 4-pen. The bits that are useful are, you have to have it, like they're non-negotiables. But there's a couple of little shit bits on the side too that you might use every now and then, but they're kind of more novelty than anything. I kind of feel like that sums up The Deep Drop. There is some stuff there that's essential.
Yeah.
There's some stuff there that you will learn something. You can apply it to your own fishing application and 100% get something out of it to make you a better fisherman.
Wow.
But there's also a lot of fluff on the side that's probably fairly useless, but feels like it still needs to be there.
Green.
Yeah.
Green.
Red.
Red.
Kinda.
You know.
Yeah,
we're not marking work here. We don't need red all that much. But it comes in handy every now and then you go, oh, shit, I'm glad that's there.
Exactly. But have you ever said that about the green?
No, but I think at times when I just need to mix it up, I go, I've got green. That's what it's here for.
But if the green wasn't there, you'd be like, this is a shit 4-pen.
Yeah, you're right.
So it kind of needs to be there.
Wow.
Though for the most part, it's fairly useless. So the Deep Drop's kind of like a 4-pen.
I love everything about that. That's brilliant. Wow. I can't question that at all. The Deep Drop is like, you're black, I'm blue, or is it sort of just a combination of both?
Oh, listen, it's just it's a bit of a combo. Sometimes we might both rock black and sometimes we both might rock blue. But the fact of the matter is the blue and the black are essential.
And they
have to be there.
Have you owned a 4-pen unless you've done this? Yeah, bit of ASMR.
The only reason I don't do it while we're recording is because you can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, mate, if you need to flick that 4-pen, go for it during the community will understand. That's brilliant. Good way to start. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. So thank you very much. If you're new here, welcome. It's good to have you on board. We're only one episode away from raising the bad Ads.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, which is pretty exciting. That is, of course, the 150. So we're sitting on 149, not out. Getting not nervous because it's not the 90s, you know what I mean? So we're feeling all right.
That's right.
We're in.
Yeah, we're settled in.
Our eye is in, but we still want to get, you always just want to get to each milestone. But we're feeling good about that. So, but if you've been along for the journey and watched us, walk out to bat, so to speak, it's great to have you back. It's been a journey. We've batted through several sessions.
Yep.
And it's been hot. We've been rained off a few times. The humidity's.
There's been a couple of near dismissals. We've had to go to the third umpire a few times.
Several times.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Lucky,
we've had to. I've a few times. Each of us
been left in by.
Each of us have had a runner at some point.
Listen, there was a ball tampering controversy. I feel as though thrown in there at some point, but we got through that unscathed. Yeah, and here we are, still at the crease, mate. So well done to you.
Yeah, likewise.
And well done to the community for sticking by us. It's been a long 149 not out.
Yeah,
but I feel as though we're just getting settled.
Yeah, the community's kind of like the Barmy Army, but better.
Yeah, but better.
The Fanatics? That was an Australian version of the Barmy Army, wasn't it? The Fanatics?
Well, I don't know. Well, we had... What's the Bay 13s?
Yeah,
the
Bay
rowdy?
13s.
Is that cricket or is that footy?
Cricket's kind of where it's a bay at the MCG. So it's there,
correct.
all year long. But cricket's when it really comes into its own.
It
Settle in to Bay 13 and
full on.
just smash some frothies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know I don't even know what we're up to right now. We're talking about Bay 13 and drinking beer, but get back on track. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's been awesome. Genuinely, it's been a solid year, ads, and I can't believe we're nearing the end of September in a couple of weeks' time. But it's been a really cool year for a lot of things. We've tried a lot of things. We've done a lot of new stuff. Lots of people have got involved heavily across our socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and of course Spotify ads. So the more the merrier. If you know people that you think might get a kick out of the Deep Drop, please flick them a link and say, hey, give these guys a listen, have a bit of a go. It's not everyone's cup of tea. We know that.
That's okay.
And hopefully, there's something in it for people that you might want to flick it onto. But loving it. And we love the feedback and interaction from all around the country, which is brilliant because, we're from Victoria, Adam, you and I, and we speak a fair bit about our local waters. But reality is so many questions that appear on this podcast for everywhere. And we hear it. We hear it, which is bloody brilliant. So thank you very much. Now, the website, of course, is thedeepdrop.au. Now, you can head over there and check out all the episodes and the bits and pieces that we've done in the past, and of course, get involved in monthly resolutions. You'll find that at the header of that website there, and the live checklist, Adam, is on there.
Yep, with not many checks.
Hasn't had a lot of action lately.
That's okay. We're a week and change away from daylight savings.
Yep.
That's exciting.
It is.
I feel as though there'll be a few more hours in the day to achieve a monthly reso or 15, however many we've got up there that we haven't done.
I don't like to, we can't get ahead of ourselves with this because we're not ahead of ourselves. We're struggling. But I will say this: the next, I'm going to say month, which I know we don't have that much longer to go in the year. There's a lot of opportunity. That's all I'll say.
There is.
So
there is a lot of opportunity.
Watch this space. Keep tuning in because we'll be talking about it. But equally as importantly, get across to Instagram and Facebook and whatever social pages you're on, because there will be updates. And by jingo, will there be updates? If we tick off a reso, we'll be starting to really scream about it.
You'll know about it live.
Now, we did also say, so I'm going to harp on about it, but I think we said October we might open up lifelines. Is that what we said?
Yes.
Okay, so the October reso is where we might open up the door to some lifelines. So if you think there's a monthly resolution on that list that you could get easily, reach out because you might get a call. And might I mean will.
Probably will. Yeah, it's almost a lock at this point in time. Have you got, out of the monthly reso list, is there anything that what are you frothing on? Like what do you feel as though is going to be your next achievable one?
Whiting on a plastic that's not a turtleback worm. I've never been more confident. And I'll talk about that in more detail a bit later, maybe in a couple of weeks' time.
Once you tick it off.
Yes, because I will tick it off. See the confidence? See what I'm doing here? It's not about if I will.
I'm feeling it. Yeah, it's
resonating. Top water species, we're 3 from 10. I feel like I feel like 7 more is it's a lock. We're doing it. See? I'm keeping the confidence.
We're only coming into top water season shortly.
Yeah.
So no, that's okay. I'm happy with that one.
And considering so far the 3 that we've ticked off are from far north Queensland and Northern Territory, I think we should be okay. So
yeah.
And then probably trout on top water.
Oh yeah.
And there's another one that I'll explain in more detail about soon. In fact, I might do a bit of a wrap up reel on Instagram if you want to head over there, because I have some lures that have been kindly sent to me, which are just going to get eaten, ads. They're just going to get eaten off the top.
I've seen them and I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
What about you? Is there something there that you're all over?
Yeah, I think my first protocol is going to be trying to tackle a calamari off the beach.
Yeah, good.
That's one that's... Just to clarify with the calamari off the beach, how far am I allowed to get in the water?
It's wading. In fact, I would say stipulation is you need to be in the water. So whether it's shin deep or nut deep,
balls deep. Yep.
Go for it.
Okay,
mate. If you're
technically, I could be swimming, or does my feet need to be touching sand?
You've got to be. Because swimming you could get dropped.
Well, for
off
the record,
in a
I'm
boat.
not swimming. The water temperatures haven't got up that much yet.
But you could be nip deep, as long as your feet are on the sand.
All right.
Okay.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that.
Yep.
I feel as though a 2 kilo salmon's probably still doable, though I've kind of lost interest in it. I did it for a little bit.
We missed the bus there a little bit.
I'm just being honest. I did it for a bit. I caught plenty, but I didn't get the one that was 2 kilos.
Having said that, have you got any trips you need to do up the coast?
Yes, I do.
Good. Well, if you leave without a rod and some medals, I'll be very annoyed at you.
Oh, no, I'm only taking medals because I really want to.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, that's a lie.
Oh, take a top water. Get a 2 kilo salmon on a top water. Bang, tick.
Well,
tick.
I kind of feel as though I can lob a popper around the Marine Bureau inlet there and probably tick off some species. But I'll be trying for the salmon. So I'll say salmon though. I'm not too confident, but that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, well, we're all right. So we've got some confidence in that. We do have to drop another one in there in about about a week from now or a bit over. So we need to start ticking them off because we're adding them heavily. So that's all right. I feel good that there's some confidence in.
Did you say we have to add another one in about a week or so?
Mm-hmm. October.
I feel as though we just added this month's one.
I know. Yeah, I really plan to have a couple more dropped in there, but
Fuck.
Well, I did a couple of top waters fish in between then and now, so I'm doing something. Fuck.
Yeah.
I have. Listen, I've got,
I'm gonna have to...
and people on the socials would have seen I have got a box full now of chatterbaits, so I'm ready to go.
Yep.
They're coming with me everywhere, just everywhere.
Yeah. The just in case box.
Well, we need to tick 6 species off, so they're just going in the bag every time I go fishing. I don't care what it's for, whether it's trout, Australian salmon, King George white. I don't care. And at some point, I'll chuck one around for a bit because we just need to tick them off.
Yeah, sweet. Actually, I need to make a note.
Yeah, you do.
Dates.
Well, you need to make a few notes because I seem to have a desk full of notes, and I don't see any
on
yours.
Chatters for South Coast run.
This is great radio, by the way. Let's.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, I'm back.
I was about to call.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Fair enough. I was about to call Gary, to be honest.
Gary.
Now, we spoke last week and have had a bit of chat across social media about snapper on jigs. We spoke about his Victoria Jiggable, had some awesome engagement and feedback and ideas and thoughts. And we mentioned, and we had some messages about, Bass Strait being a really good jigging, I suppose, stretch of water, really. So
but is it?
Well, there's some people from certain pockets that do it fairly regularly and have good success. So
okay,
it's not a broad sort of thing, I guess, but it's doable. Let's say that.
It's not doable.
It's not doable. Is that right? It's not not doable. Yeah.
Not doable.
So we also spoke a bit about around the country, and I think I said WA for me is the biggest jigging state, for obvious reasons. Shout out Mumbo Jumbo who got in touch. For the record, WA isn't the biggest jigging state. I reckon it goes to Tassie. In brackets, I might be a bit biased, but hey, I'm for it, Mumbo Jumbo. Let's hear it. Flatties, whiting, snapper, stripy trumpeter, blue eye in 300 metres. Hell, I know a bloke who got a cray on a jig. I'm like, fuck, that's not bad.
I think stripy trumpeter on a jig would have to be a bucket list thing for me, I think.
I was going to touch on this because I agree, and I was thinking that after reading the message, and there's more to this message, but I just want to quickly skim down because he then sends me a photo of this, which I will share across our channels. You'll see that ads.
Nice.
That, my friend, is a 80 centimetre stripy PE2 in 140 metres of water. So that's
That's awesome.
That's a solid effort. It's a brilliant fish.
Great capture, by the way.
Yeah, awesome. Hard work. 140 meters.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But hats off to you.
Did you say 80 centimeters of stripy trumpeter? That'd go.
That's a decent fish.
Like, that'd have a crack.
Let's do
you'd
a
know
stripy
that's on
trumpeter trip, Adam.
there. I'd love to do
Right,
that.
done.
Have you ever caught them?
No.
I've caught them. I've done.
Have ya?
Used to do a couple of trips a year
did
to when we were in the shop.
Yep.
To what's the
Flinders
not King
Island?
What's the other
Flinders
one?
Island.
Flinders Island.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
So yes, I've caught them, but only on bait. But it counts.
Does it? Yeah, no, it does. He also just said too, just because we're talking about jig size and that sort of stuff, I generally match depth to jig, 30 metres, 30 grams, but upsize if there's a bit of tide running or drifting a bit fast. So I don't mind that either, just as a general rule of thumb.
That's not a bad little tidbit. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yep. And then for snapper, 40, 60 or 80 grams, choose your colour. So in other words, doesn't matter. Flutter jig more than a knife jig. Yep. Which I think we touched on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. So there was a whole heap of that, which was awesome. And that's why we do it, because we love hearing from you, the community. It's certainly, there's way better anglers out there than us, Adam, but we want to have a crack at everything. So, we love to challenge ourselves, ads, and there's lots of challenges set on the Deep Drop podcast that it's what it's all about. Monthly rezos or just general random ones. And, we've got plenty in the pipeline. And I think maybe a Tassie trip might be in order, Adam Ring.
Yeah, I'd love to do the Trumpies.
Shout out to Andrew Hart, who I'm nominating to take us out on the trumpeter. Thanks, Hardy.
Yep, well played, mate.
Yeah, shoot Hardy a message on the Hook, Line and Sinker social pages if you're online right now. Just let him know that we've just nominated him.
We're coming.
We'll be down there soon. Now, another quick one before we move on, because I've got something I want to put to you, and I think it's right up your alley. But just a quick one across socials. Spud. Massive shout out to Spud, who, remember some time ago, was in development of a platypus swim bait after we really went hard on wanting to develop a platypus swim bait. Spud owned it, said, still haven't done it, still sitting in my workshop, but have a look at this, guys. It is I'm going to shout out the Instagram page, which is Downrigger Shop. It's a swim bait. And it's a platypus, Adam. It's pretty spectacular. It's done. It looks fantastic. It's on. I've just shared it on our stories. It'll be there for a little bit longer. So if you want to check it out, otherwise flick me a message and I'll pass on the page.
They do look great.
It's pretty cool.
They look great. They're legit.
I'm more interested now in finding out who's used them and have they caught fish. So I guess my message tonight is the platypus swim bait that we've shared on Instagram. Go and have a look, but more importantly, find someone who's caught a fish. I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
dirty big platypus swim bait hanging out of cod's mouth. Spud, yeah.
Spud, this you're not off the hook, mate.
Nah, we want to see it, Spud.
Still expecting to see a platypus swim bait from you. Listen, Luke sat me down and gave me the whole "you got a lift here, mate" speech
a couple of weeks
back.
Yes, correct.
When it comes to rezos, Spud, don't make me sit you down and tell you to lift, mate. You've got till cod opening, 1st of December.
You've actually given him a tip, right? And I know that Spud's obviously talented at crafting a lure or something, but I just want to one thing that wasn't on those platypus swim baits that I'd like to see, if I can just throw it out there, Spud, fur finish.
Ooh,
is that
next level?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Fur finish. Let's see it. Maybe it's just the tail. Maybe it's just across the back. I
just need to see some fur on it.
Yep. Show me some fur on that. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Spud. Okay, Adam, I have something for you that is actually, hang on, can I just...
Oh, the sweet sound.
Yeah. I just needed to start the segment with that. That's better. And it's a really basic question, and we've touched on it in variations, I suppose, for a while, and it's always something that gets discussed. So this isn't I'm not dropping anything groundbreaking at the moment, but I want to get a little bit specific. we've spoken about lure colours and the jig thing kind of, when we've been talking about snapper jigs all week, it's kind of been something that's popped up from various people across Instagram is I don't think colours matter with jigs that much, but, this one's worked for me and this one's done well for me. So cool. And that's what it's about. You typically, with any lure, you find one that works for you and you kind of stick to it. But I was thinking about a particular style of lure, thinking, how much does colour actually... We talk about how much does colour actually make a difference, but I think there's strong arguments for it for things like, shallow water stuff where you're really getting lures in close to the fish and blah, blah, blah. Trolling lures, blue water trolling lures, how much, in your opinion, and this is a very broad question, how much do the colours really have an impact? And here's why I'm asking the question before you go on. You are bringing in fish from a long way away. Now, I'm talking tuna, I'm talking marlin, I'm talking sailfish, proper big pelagics, that when you look at a lure the size of even a big skirt that might be 10-inch, it's a big skirt, but if a marlin comes up the trail because there's commotion, there's boat wash, there's teasers and all that, but still far enough away that the colour, the intricacy and the detail of a skirt or like a hard body, like Adam, your suite of Rapala X-Wrap 20s, 30s and 40s, beautiful colourways, really detailed. When you look at them, it's magnificent. How much of that detail, and I'm not talking just Rapala, across the board, like I said, skirts, hard bodies, how much of that detail is even noticed by the fish?
My first reaction is to go, it's not that crucial. But I think I'm wrong. Because there is way too many examples of colour being everything. And I'm going to throw a few at you, Luke.
Yeah, please.
Please. And I'm going to stick with the blue water theme as you've set the scene.
That's what I want to talk about tonight.
Okay, so let's go. Let's cast our mind back to when bluefin tuna first become a real thing in Victoria. Killer Vibe was the lure. Pink back, silver body was the colour.
Yeah.
And then as that continued to develop, there was a mad run on greenback with silver, with a silver belly. Then fast forward a full season, I think there was one with a red cheek, a blue back, and maybe a pink belly. Then we came into the X-Wrap revolution.
Yes.
And that was very distinct as well. Blue silver.
Yeah.
So white body, pale blue back, no markings. That was insanely big.
Yes.
Then green mackerel, the one that you held up there, had its day in the sun. Now, very, very different to silver blue.
It's not quite deep drop green, though, is it?
It's not quite. But
yeah,
it had its day. Then we could only sell purple mackerel.
Yeah.
So I could say colour is absolutely everything because there's so many examples of it. You spoke about
but you've just reeled off 7.
I know, but that none of them fired at the same time.
Yeah.
There was all of these different parts of the season. But so, all right. So what about a marlin skirt? Let's talk marlin skirts.
Yep.
Now, I'm not a marlin fisherman's arsehole. In matter of fact, I've never, ever even been marlin fishing.
Right.
But I've sold a shit stack of marlin lures and I've rigged a shit stack of marlin lures.
Yes.
Luke, why the hell was I always rigging Lumo and Evil?
Evil and Lumo.
Why was I always rigging black and purple? Why was I always rigging Paris in more, modern times with bonds? Why?
And I think
colour is actually critical. I'm not saying that one colour only works at a time, but it's not a coincidence that there are colours that are absolute favourites.
I agree, and this is very, there's so many layers to this, and a lot of people go, it's not the fish, it's the angler. If we're all buying that colour, then clearly that it's going to catch more fish because we're all using that. Yes. However, and a spread of skirts is a good example because whether it's tuna or marlin, the amount of times that same colour gets eaten over the rest is crazy. So I'm not sort of I don't know if I've got an answer for this. Hence why I'm bringing it to the table. Community, this is right up your alley, by the way. Get involved. And all I want to know, and I want to stay on the blue water trolling thing for a minute. And there's a few more reasons, and I'll get into it in a sec. But blue water anglers that have done any sort of trolling, whether it be on a charter or in your own boat, give us some examples of when the colours have just been critical. When did redhead white body become a thing? Like, it's every trolling lure brand has redhead white body. You have to, but why? And what's that about?
Can I draw a very weird parallel and tell me if you think there's anything to it?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can think of where we delved way too deep into what colours we should be using probably happened in squid jigs.
Yeah.
Remember when there was all of these charts on if it was a sunny clear day, use a rainbow foil.
Yeah.
If it is dark and overcast with a little bit of discoloured water, it's got to be a red foil or
jig,
a black.
red foil, dark jig, yeah.
And then if it's a little bit of overcast, if it's overcast but the water's really clear, it's got to be a gold.
Yeah.
Why hasn't there been anything like that for marlin lures?
I reckon.
And is it directly proportional? So if it's a bright blue sky, very clear, and conditions are good, would some sort of rainbow arrangement skirt be the best choice for marlin?
Let me ask you this. If you're fishing for brim and perch, top water, little stickies, it's dark and overcast, what colour style are you typically going to?
Well, the top water is a very different conversation. I could make a very reasonable argument. The colour doesn't mean a thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say a dark. But no, but this is a thing too, right?
But typically I would use, dark.
Yeah, dark, black or
Silhouette.
something. Yeah, silhouette. But you could argue that trolling skirts is a form of top water. Those skirts are sitting in the very top part of the water column, right?
So this is all right.
We're going all over the place here. We're going all over.
No. It's a great point, and I think we're going to wrap this up now. I think it's all going to come together at the end with
right.
Just a nice, neat little bow on the top. But so take a natural food source for marlin. Let's take a sowie or a slimy mackerel or a yakka, whatever it may be.
Yep.
What do they all have in common? Bellies are white.
Yeah.
Why? Are they white so that when a predator looks up
they blend
with
in.
the backdrop of the sky, it blends in? So if we were to turn a skirt upside down and have a black belly, would it stand out more or would it be too weird? Because the fish have obviously evolved to be able to identify white belly.
Even tuna. So we know marlin eat tuna too. So you think about bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, they've got that white strip belly.
Yeah,
it's a good call. So I guess my original, and it's a great call, one of my original points here was, and this is what I want to get into a little bit. And by the way, we'll preface this by saying, and you are too, and you know this about me, I keep it coming because I love lures. Don't let me make you think for a second I'm talking them down to the point of they're overcomplicated or overfinished because
no, they're not.
not at all. I'm all for it. In fact, and we'll get into it another time, but I'm have an opportunity early next year to visit some factories in Japan, and I'm very, very excited about that. You might not see me again, ads. That might be me. But I guess where I'm going, right? And again, don't stop because I love this shit. But the detail that is in like I said, even a skirt to a degree, there's some intricacies with some lines and some patterns and some little colours here and there, but hard bodies fascinate me because of the intricacies with some of the colour designs. Is all of that relevant? Are we overcomplicating things? Which I love, by the way. But is it just sometimes it's just like it, because we don't often see in market anymore just a plain colour in a hard body lure, do we? Just a green from head to toe.
Yeah,
Or
and
I
think there's two reasons, and they're not really related. One, you've got to catch a fisho before you catch a fish.
Yes, exactly.
And we like stuff to look as real as possible. But tell me what you think of this way of looking at it. Take that lure you were just holding up.
Yep.
So green mackerel, green back, gold flank, white belly, black mackerel bars on the back.
Yep.
Is the point for it to, how do I explain it? The black bars mean trolling at speed for the majority of the time. The black bars would probably mean nothing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I think so. I'm certainly. By the way, I'm not saying. I'm opening this up because I might be completely wrong. They might give off an amazing effect under the water.
But
I think,
could I make an argument? All the fish needs to do is catch those black bars for an absolute split second as it catches the flank and catches light on the right pattern, just at the right split second for the fish to go, that's a mackerel, eat it. Because we do know with a lot of these pelagics, they'll follow lures sometimes for hundreds of meters, trying to work out what it is and what it's doing. By having as much detail as possible, does it give you... It's like a 1%er in lure.
Yeah.
Does it give you the opportunity to catch that microsecond where everything lines up, where the angle that the fish is coming in on with the light and the way it hits that lure at the perfect angle and it resembles something natural is enough to trigger a bite?
I love that. And I love the 1%. What is the 1%er in a lure and who's nailed that? And there's examples over history and to this day where there are lures that just get it done, and you've got to, what is that 1%er? And that's a whole other conversation.
Because what about, so take a slimy mackerel, because it's a great example. When slimies are harassed, stressed, and up and about, do they glow up like a striped marlin?
Don't know.
So I think
the following of the lure, as you mentioned, is something that I remember having my mind and my mindset shifted slightly on that, because you're right. Back in the day, this is a bit of a throwback, and Al McGlashan, we've had him on the show, and he's a champion fella. He released a video, or was it DVD? I can't remember. Either way, it was fucking ages ago. When he did the Strike Zone DVDs or the Strike Zone series, and he did one in Yellowtail Kingfish, and obviously was obsessed with them back then as well, and watched it. And there was a whole bit where he filmed underwater, which was very rare back then, trolling live baits, and these kingies would follow these live baits for felt like ages, just working it out, and that was a real live bait. So, and it sometimes just took. There might have been 6 following it, and the 7th one at the back just goes, fuck that, I'm eating it.
Yep.
So,
because it's catching everything at the right moment. I had a similar experience fishing out of Portland with Simon Rinaldi, one Arvo, and we'd been trolling around for ages and not much had been happening. And we finally got a bite, and it ended up being a double. We got 2 fish. Anyway, we got those fish in, spread back out, we take off, and Simon goes, did you notice that I did anything different there? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I just tapped the throttle.
Just increased speed.
He said, I just needed those fish could have been following those lures for who knows how long. But by adjusting the speed ever so slightly, and he didn't change, it was just tap the throttle. I can't remember if it was up or down. I don't think it really mattered. But is that enough to kick a lure? If a fish has been mesmerised by a lure doing exactly the same thing for hundreds of metres, and a slight speed change gets it to kick just a little bit harder or a little bit less, and it catches that perfect angle that gives something like the black bars a chance to catch, can be something just inside a strike.
And listen, and I know it's a bit of a can of worms, this one, which is good, and this is what we do. And I really want the community to get involved with this, and we'll ask it across socials on a tile, but I might bundle together a few of these lures, skirts, and a few hard bodies, and just maybe do a little vid. Just trying to. And by the way, I don't think there's a right or wrong or a definitive yes or no, but it's a fascinating conversation. And I think what I'm really keen on is to hear from the community about your experiences and your thoughts, because I guarantee you there'll be someone listening right now who's going, it's simple. ... And I'm fascinated by it, and I'd love to hear it, to be honest.
Have you ever used it? Like, what type of lure, or is there a style of lure you can say you've used where you are 100% convinced that colour means zero?
No, I don't. Without thinking too much, no, because I'm such a sucker for having to try 7 different colours before I get a bite.
So differentiating between, you're always going to have your favourites. Because I've got one in mind where I think I could say
no
that,
biggie.
and
It's
in
just
my experience, that the coloured means absolutely nothing.
what?
Vibes, metal vibes.
Oh yeah,
I remember back in the Brim Vibin days.
yeah.
That the colour, I'd put my left nut on it. It didn't matter.
Wasn't there a big hype around the black one?
Well, there was big hype around heaps of them.
Right.
I remember.
But you personally didn't think it mattered.
No, colour 401 and 402 in the old Eco Gear vibes, Gold Tiger, and then there was a Gold Tiger with a red back. They were favourites.
Purple and black
we
stiffy.
caught on both. Purple and black stiffy, hot tail stiffy. There was then we had the brown Eco Gear, the black. It didn't matter. Bluegill, like even I remember having sessions where we'd run out of vibes because they'd crushed hooks or we'd cast them off or they get snagged, and we're just grabbing whatever. Every single colour worked. It just didn't matter. That's the only thing I can think of. I had favourites, but it's the only thing I could think of where
it's not bad.
It probably didn't matter.
See, I think you are too. We're guilty of overthinking everything. So I'm glad to hear you've got that, because I can't think, and there might be something. I'll have a think about it. But
so jigging, we've been talking about jigging.
Sorry,
vertical jigging.
Before you go on,
did you care what colour you put on?
Before you go on, the only thing I can think and attribute to that would probably be a popper for a kingfish.
Doesn't matter the
stick bait's a little bit different. Popper, not that I do a lot of popping for kings, but I have done back in the day, and I can't remember it ever mattering because it's all about just the commotion.
Yeah,
stick baits definitely fell into the trap of thinking there were some colours that I'd feel way more confident with, whether it was right or wrong. But anyway, sorry, what was your question?
What about vertical jigging?
Yeah, I am. I've had too many experiences with. And again, kingfish is probably the one that I've jigged for more than any other fish. And I've had way too many experiences where the colours have outshone every other colour on the boat in that, I think you've been a part of a few of those trips, and it's just, it's too common for it not to be a thing. The thing is, though, that colour can change day to day, which really throws a spanner in the works. So
yeah, hell yeah.
I remember there's been times where, really metallic sort of colours will just be the one, and the next day it's got to be like a dark. Like it's, So, maybe not snapper.
It's the age old question. I don't think we'll ever know the answer, but there's too many instances through just about every species where there's been certain parts of the season, or even certain seasons in a whole. It's not even parts of a season where some colours just seem to
pop off,
just seem to work better than others.
We know there's one colour that works very well, Adam, and that is, of course, the chartreuse back, pink head, white body on anything.
Correct. So, it should be in everything. It should be everybody's first choice in everything.
Trolling hard body or not skirt or hard, but okay, we've got some work to do.
Write that down.
Oh, and I'm going to leave it at that because Jesus Christ. Ads, what does 25 years of innovation and development get you?
I'm tipping a fair result, Luke.
Correct. And that's exactly what the team at Spotters Sunglasses have done. 100% Australian owned and operated, Spotters are designed to survive and withstand Australia's toughest conditions.
From chasing barra in the top end, fishing the rugged WA coast, exploring Tassie, suffering through the bitterly cold winters here in Victoria, or cruising up the east coast of Australia. Whatever you do and wherever you go, Spotters literally have a pair to cover all of it.
And you're covered from the glare and UV exposure with Spotters.
And they're bloody stylish and comfortable too.
The range of frames and lenses is massive, so do yourself a favour and head over to spotters.com.au and check them out.
Luke, we have some fun on the deep drop and stuff around a little bit, but something we don't muck around with is safety on and around the water.
Correct. And as we come into the time of year that people start getting their boats ready, we urge everyone to check your inflatable life jackets and that they are in working condition and have been serviced.
The manual and auto inflate options from Response is perfect. Lightweight, compact, comfortable, and even a kid's size option so you can have the whole family covered.
Remember, for every person on board, there must be a life jacket on board. Check your local authority guides for all the legal requirements.
Safety is everything, and Response from Life Jacket Solutions has what you need.
So check out the Response range and where you can buy them at www.jmgillies.com.au. Here's a new thing that I've started enjoying over the last couple of years. Ads sound old. I love walking along a pier or a jetty, my locals, and just checking stuff out. Just seeing the old timers down there doing their thing, and just seeing what gear people are using and what everyone's up to. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. It's just nice. It's good to see it. I did get thinking the other day though, and I kind of want to throw this to you and the community. And again, maybe I'm not in the right spots because it could be a fashionable thing. Because piers and jetties for me, and I'm sure it was for you, and I know it was for so many of us that are now a little bit older and still right into the fishing, piers and jetties are where you cut your teeth. It's where you grow up, learning the art, learning honing your skills, whether it be picking up info from the older blokes on the pier about what they're doing, and learning to pull a hook off a snag and tie another knot and do all that. Do you reckon piers and jetties is still the grassroots of fishing in 2025? And what I mean by that is, are there still, and genuine question, because obviously I'm not down on the piers and jetties heaps. Like I said, I like going for a wander and checking things out, but is it still the place that the jetty rats get their hands dirty and learn the craft? Or has that changed because the options to learn your craft, you could do it in your bedroom?
Yeah, I think... No, I still think a jetty is where you cut your teeth. I think the way that we did it compared to the way, say, kids coming up are doing it now are very different. So, I remember going back to... my very first moments of fishing at all, whether, and for me it was the Tooradin Pier or it was the Stony Point Pier or the Hastings Pier. Yeah. It was dangling a pippy right down next to the pylons, catching whatever, leather jacket, silver trevally, toadies. And then the evolution from there goes to, I remember specifically seeing a couple of old timers catch a couple of big cooter on hand lines off Stony Point Pier. Now, all of a sudden, cooter's the greatest fish you've ever seen in your life, and you really want to catch one. So I'd be bugging Dad, can we go down over night time? Can we get... And it felt so foreign, even using something like a whole pilchard. Yeah. It felt like the biggest bait of all time. It just... Nothing about it felt natural, but it was, I guess the first experience of targeting a bigger fish. And then there was the whole, holy shit, you can catch squid off piers? Yeah. And then... by about that time that popped off, we just got our licenses, and now any pier through anywhere is where we. So we'd go to Beaumaris Pier or Beaumaris Pier was probably that, Blair Gowrie, Portsea. We'd go down there chasing squid. I don't think it's the same trajectory. I think the jetties still is where it starts. Yeah. but instead of dangling a pippy, they're casting a soft plastic.
Yeah.
Or they're
Yeah.
casting a metal lure, or they're casting a $30 squid jig. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I
yeah.
think so. I think jetties are still key. I just think it's changed on how they're approached.
Yeah, I think that's a really fair call. That's a really good call. And I'm all for it. I'm open to it. I was just curious because I love it when I see a couple of kids on their bikes with their rods sort of, wedged in their handlebars or something on their way down to the pier or the beach or wherever they're going. It just brings back memories of just trekking for, or catching it, leaving school early. Is that the politically correct way to say it? And
so parent-teacher interview day where it was only a half day?
Maybe. There was a lot of those. And, jumping on a train and a bus and making our way into, because we weren't necessarily where I grew up, wasn't necessarily near the bay or the ocean, but making our way down to the bay somewhere just to, whether it's a station pier or something, just to, and then growing up holidaying and fishing the piers right down on the peninsula or both sides. And, yeah, cool time, but you're right, really basic sort of fishing. Which again, it was perfect because that's what we needed to start with. And remember down at Point Lonsdale Pier, seeing guys catching sharks off the end of the pier, like crazy shit that would just blow your mind, and equally make you not want to go swimming in that area anymore. But yeah, I don't know, it's cool. And I reckon you're right. I reckon there's a whole new wave of early teen sort of girls and boys kicking around with soft plastics, which is fucking cool, by the way.
Which is awesome.
It's really cool.
Because I used to remember, fishing the Mornington Pier of a night time and just hoping to the heavens that a school of salmon would turn up.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
But we were only fishing bait. It was all bait. We weren't doing anything else. It was just hoping. Imagine we were in the soft plastics days, or even then, chucking a metal lure felt foreign. It felt like it wasn't going to be as good as fishing with bait.
Yeah, well, metals was probably in a lot of ways the introduction to lures for me, and it was the same sort of thing. Australian salmon was where it was, and you'd see the birds working and pushing bait in closer and closer, and you go, I remember Dad going, right, now's the time, and you chucked a metal slug out, probably. Trying to think of what the metals would have been back then. Probably would have been the Halco wobbler.
Halco twisty. Oh, yeah, maybe. I remember River to Sea Rocks.
Yeah.
But I was already working at the shop then. I wouldn't say that was earlier.
I'm talking 30
like Wonder Wobblers.
Years ago plus. Yeah, Wonder Wobblers. Yeah, probably. And just launching in, and that was kind of, as adventurous as it got from a lure point of view, and just launching in that into off the sand or off the rock or off a pier or something, fucking cool. Anyway, I'm just having flashbacks. But I guess the question was, the grassroots of fishing. Is it? We know it's not what it was back then, but is it still the same but different? You know what I mean? It's still it's still getting out there and ripping in off a jetty or something, but it's just I guess different gear. The kids are rocking around.
I don't remember the jetties being as crowded as what they are these days.
True, actually. Yeah, so they're still the go-to spot. Yeah, but how about the gear? I mean, I saw a couple of kids the other day, and mate, they're rocking beautiful graphite rods and nice reels, and Jesus Christ.
Graphite rods, they weren't a thing when. How old do we sound?
Oh, mate, we do. I had a couple of handmade rods from Dad and his mate Roscoe. Shout out Roscoe, Roscoe.
Yeah.
And then other than that, Shakespeare probably combos.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Shakespeare, Jarvis Walker.
Yeah.
I remember the first good reel.
Yeah. What was your first good reel? Yeah.
Well, now knowing what I know. It wasn't very good, but I was so chuffed with it, and it was an Abu Cardinal rear drag.
Yeah, right.
Rear drag, but it was all graphite, like graphite spool, graphite body. So it wasn't a great reel, but I thought this thing was the greatest thing of all time, and because I'd only ever used rear drag reels. The thought of having to use a front drag was so foreign to me. I'm like, no, they're shit.
Yeah. Rear drag, as in
but that was
on the
the drag
on the
was
bottom.
at on the bottom of the reel.
yeah. I had a rear drag reel. I don't know what brand it was, but it was a nice little reel.
Yeah. So and then my first I think nice like aluminium spool,
The real stuff.
decent. It was a present actually
Was it?
from the Chapmans.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was a Daiwa. Oh, was it a CA Nexave? You know what I'm talking about. No one else will know. But it was that.
Yeah.
And I was pumped
Yeah.
with it. I used that for
Typical
ages too.
Chapman. Did it on the cheap. It cost him fuck all. Yeah. Well, I love it. And massive shout out to, I don't know, I don't think we've got many kids listening to ads, but hopefully the message gets through to keep it up. We love it. Keep hitting those piers,
hit
the
the
jetties,
piers.
the beaches, the banks of a river, wherever it is, because that's where it starts. We love it.
Yeah.
God, yeah, there's a million memories. I'd love to. We should do a show at some stage with a couple of friends that have been around for a bit, and we just talk about some of that old stuff. Because Jesus Christ, it's
The old school stuff.
come a long way the way we think about this stuff, eh?
Good times, though.
Good times. Hey, Ads, I reckon it's time to rip into top six. Now,
I think most penis.
yeah, thanks, Brooksy. Let's just,
Okay.
let's just rip
Thanks,
into
mate.
this.
The deep drop.
Top six. That's a big statement right there. Large statement. Very big statement. You're big on big statements, Adam?
Yeah. I'm big on trying to work out my speech impediment too.
Yeah, it's an interesting one,
Sure
that.
what happened there.
No, I don't think you
That's
knew
okay.
either. Now, top
No,
six has changed formats over the last few weeks, Adam, and we are now ranking. We've been told to toughen up and stop sitting on the fence, so we are now saying that we're going from 6 to 1 rather than 1 to 6,
Yep.
and we're finishing with what we think is the best of the bunch.
Yep.
Now, tonight was a recommended topic from Jack. If you're listening, Jack, you'll know because
Shout out,
you're
Jack.
the one who recommended it. So good call. And there's been some bangers over the journey of this particular topic, Adam, and I'm looking forward to hearing some of what you can bring to the party. I don't know how much we're going to cross swords here, but we're going to have a go tonight.
Well, I'm interested. I'm interested for
Yeah.
this one because, Luke, you and I know each other insanely well, but I can't say we've ever sat down and shared a moment
With
doing
this, no.
what the top six is.
Well-
No, because, we don't do too much of it these days.
We don't, but there's been some good ones. So tonight, it's the top 6 TV series.
Love it. Love it.
Hmm.
There's been quite a few favourites over the years. I'm very interested to hear what you bring to the table, Luke. I'm actually more interested to see if we even get 6 that cross over that we can put into a list to rank from 6 to 1.
I was thinking a bit about that. I've got
Yeah.
a few, and as you say, it's probably not our wheelhouse, but I think we should be able to compile a list. And I certainly feel like I've got one for me that is a clear number 1.
Yeah, me too.
But so let's table some. I mean, should we just throw it out there now, like it or not? Game of Thrones was, arguably one of the biggest thing of our time as far as TV series.
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah.
I didn't. Did you get it? Like just from it all?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we followed the storyline. Yeah.
I've actually had. Oh, I won't. No, that's probably a lie. I've considered watching it start
Again?
to finish
Yeah.
because when it first came out, I watched it as it was released,
Right.
and I would download watch each episode legally when it came out. But it sort of I got over it
Yeah.
towards the end because it was all way too confusing. So maybe I was a little bit not mature enough.
No, I see. We came to the party a bit late, so we were able to binge watch. How many seasons were there? A fair few. But we binged a fair bit of it and then had to wait for the last couple. But how did you feel? I mean, I wasn't a fan of the end. It was a bit it tapered
I don't know what happened.
No.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I
Okay.
haven't.
All right.
No.
Anyway, so that's one. We're not going to talk in detail about everything we bring to the table. What have you got? Have you got a couple there you want to table straight off the bat?
Yeah, I think there's a couple, I dare say, because it's probably our prime, but Breaking Bad.
Are we
Breaking
willing
Bad.
to put that straight to...
Well, I must admit, in general, relatively, I was pretty late to the Breaking Bad game. I watched it well after it had finished. And
so you could just
instantly
smash it
thought, where's this show been?
Yeah. Yep.
So I reckon that's definitely got to be on
Yep.
there. There's a couple of others. Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I didn't...
I got into that
Okay,
massively.
good. Speaking of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Didn't watch it.
Oh, dude. Okay. You've got to
I
do
know.
yourself a
See, and
favour.
this is
That's
where
okay.
I think we
That's
could.
all right. We're
this
not
is where I
judging
think we
each
could
other
get
here.
into trouble.
No, but this is good because I'm going to argue pretty firmly that Better Call Saul should be in there as well. But let's
And I'm happy to put it in there on your recommendation.
and I'm the
because-
same with you. If you've got some for me, can I throw?
Well, have you?
Can I throw?
Okay, well, have you got three that are absolute have to be in there for you?
For me, yeah.
Yep.
But I've got.
What are they?
Can I throw another one at you? Orange is the New Black.
Banger.
Oh yes, good. Yeah, I wasn't sure. You looked at me
Banger.
funny then. So
No, I'd actually forgotten about it, but that was a belter of a show.
yeah, that was that was really good. Yeah, I'm
Yep,
sort of.
I liked that.
I'm pretty firm on Breaking Bad. I think Game of Thrones has to be in there. Orange is the New Black for me, banger. And then I can float around Better Call Saul, but I can be flexible if you've got. I mean, what else did you have?
I'll throw a few others.
Yeah.
Prison Break.
I had that actually. I did have that on
Loved
the list,
it.
but I didn't get through all of it. But I enjoyed what I saw of it. I don't know why I didn't get through all of it, but I just
Well,
sort of
sometimes
tapered off.
they just go for so long.
Yeah.
Prison Break, I was a huge fan of. More recent times, Stranger Things fan.
Oh yeah, okay. No, and
Yep,
again,
good.
didn't get right into it, but yep.
Couple of old school ones. I don't know. Do you remember the show Supernatural?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Spartacus. Did you ever watch Spartacus?
No.
No, it's just tits and violence. It's glorious. So that deserved a shout out. Walking Dead. Did you ever get into that?
Yes, a little. Yep. Yep. Good one.
Dexter.
Yeah.
I got into Dexter.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Solid. All right, you've got some bloody good ones there.
And that's pretty much
All right.
what I've got.
All right, I'm just making a few notes because we've got a timer. We don't have a timer, but we do have a bit of a timer.
don't
We
want-
need one.
Yeah. We could be prone to rambling.
Lost was a hit
Never
for a
watched it.
while. Yeah,
It was a massive hit.
I'm okay with it out of the top 6. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so let's.
Well, actually, there's one we haven't mentioned, which should be on everyone's top, but I've never watched it, and I don't know why. But Sopranos.
Oh shit! What are we doing?
Have you ever
That's-
watched it?
Yeah.
I haven't
That's a
watched it,
great
but it's
one.
like, isn't it like universally like top 1, 2 of greatest TV shows ever?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. I can't believe.
But I haven't watched it.
All right.
But I'd be
Well,
comfortable
okay.
with it in the 6.
No. But let's go through. We've agreed collectively on Orange is the New Black and Breaking Bad.
So Breaking Bad number 1. You happy with that?
Absolutely. I've never been happier.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go with
Stranger Things was massive.
yeah.
And where was that for you? Was that right up there?
Oh, I loved it. It was a sneaky for me because I didn't know. I knew the hype, but didn't know what to expect. I was actually surprised at how much I really enjoyed it. So I'd be very happy if that was in the top 6.
Yep. I think we can slot that in there.
I don't know where it fits though.
We both loved Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, so that's definitely in there. I just need to know what the others are so I can rank it.
Game of
So
Thrones.
we've got Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Um,
You've got Sons of Anarchy, Prison Break,
Dexter.
Walking Dead, Dexter.
Are you happy? I don't know how happy I love Dexter, but I don't know.
We've got to
Walking
fill
Dead.
5 spots. Walking Dead. What do you want to do?
4. Do we put Sopranos in there just because?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Should we
Let's put Sopranos.
I feel like we've got 6. Can I just go through because I've just based off our conversation. We've got Breaking Bad at number 1 already.
Yeah.
Then the other 5 are Sopranos, Stranger Things, Dexter, Game of Thrones, and Orange is the New Black.
Okay,
we just
so
need
Dexter
to order
in
them.
there.
Well, is that what you wanted? You wanted it.
Yeah, I'm
with
happy.
it.
Have you seen it?
Or Sons of Anarchy or Walking Dead.
I'd probably go.
Prison Break.
I'd probably go Sons of Anarchy over Dexter.
Okay, that's in there. Yep, done.
Okay.
So let's rank them, and then you can present it.
Okay, so Breaking Bad number 1.
Yeah.
This is actually really hard.
Is this hard? Because we're gonna have missed some already. I can tell.
Yeah, I know.
Vikings,
Where
people will be all up and about with Vikings.
That was good.
See,
Vikings was good. Where would you sit Game of Thrones? Are you thinking in the top half?
it's got to be. I feel like it's got to sit at like
2 or 3?
3.
You think?
Yeah, 2,
3?
3.
What would you have? What would you have?
I genuinely preferred Orange is the New Black.
Me too.
I think that's
So
number
we just
2.
popped it down at 2.
Yep. And then Game of
So
Thrones
many
at
people
3.
are going to be not happy with this list.
That's fine. It's everyone's got their.
So do we go Sopranos at number 4 just to
Yes.
pay homage?
Yeah, but it's not just a.
No, it's I know it's legit. I need to go and watch it, but
Yeah. Well, you will like it.
yeah. And then we go.
And then we go Sons of Anarchy
What's
and
left?
Stranger Things.
I'd probably go Sons of Anarchy 5, Stranger Things 6. Though
Okay.
I'm not offended if they're the other way around.
All right. Have you got it? Have you written it down?
So Sons and Stranger Things. All right. Okay.
What did we come up with, Adam? I don't mind it. This was way harder than I actually thought.
Yeah, I still I'll read them out and then we'll discuss how we're feeling about
Start
it.
at 6.
Because this could be
This
one
is
of the most controversial
Maybe.
we've ever
This
done.
is your first time presenting the top 6 in its new format.
It is. I'm
Are ya?
nervous.
That's okay.
I'm
Take your
nervous.
time. Have
I
a
am.
breath.
I'm nervous. I feel there's burden here. So, all right. So we are, for top 6, talking about television series. And from 6 to 1, they read like this. Number 6, Stranger Things. Number 5, Sons of Anarchy. Number 4, Sopranos. Number 3, Game of Thrones. Number 2, Orange is the New Black. And number 1, Breaking Bad. How are you feeling about it?
Well presented, firstly. Just wanted to, off the top, well done. It's always nerve-wracking presenting to a...
It's daunting staring down the camera.
I love it.
And now, listen, not going to lie, didn't memorize them, so I was reading. I was conscious of what my eyes were doing.
okay.
So
I know, I'm really happy with it. I'm telling you now, we're going to get some heat on number 2, but I will go in and fight for that. I will have a prison.
Yep.
I will have a prison brawl for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know.
In an orange suit.
100%.
But that's okay. No, I think it's good. It's all around. It's a friggin' solid top 6. You know, if you binged all 6 of those shows in their entirety, there's a solid couple of months of TV watching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you've definitely got long COVID if you're binging all 6 or some sort of break and you're in recovery.
Yeah.
So
there is a lot to be said for some of the ones that missed out, but we can't have them all, and this is what it's all about in the
only
Deep Drop top 6 is to give our top 6, Adam, and rank ours, and then the community can get involved and sort of let us know where we fucked up.
I'm pretty happy. They're all banger shows.
Nothing wrong with any of them. Well done. I'm glad we agreed
Okay.
on Breaking Bad for number one. It's gonna,
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the easiest number ones we've had.
it's gonna be a
honest.
tough argument to sway me from that.
Yep, I agree.
And then
I agree.
So anyway, that's good. Well done. Very good. Hey, lots to get through tonight, or a lot that we've got through tonight that I'd love some feedback and support from the community on. I'd love to hear about the trolling lures when it comes to blue water fishing, trolling, whatever. It sounds like a simple question, but what everyone's thoughts are on the colours and what impact the detail of some of the colours and the lures have.
And you know what? Shout out what your colour is.
Oh, absolutely.
Shout
Show
it
us.
out. I want to know what it is.
Show us.
Because one day I'll get into blue water fishing and I want to be armed with the best colours.
Show us. The grassroots of fishing. Does it still start at the piers and jetties? We think it does. It's just different how it's done now, which is completely fine. But let us know, community. Have you got? We don't have the kids necessarily listening ads, but if you are listening as a youngster, bloody good on you. Apologies for the language.
We apologise for the language. Yeah. But thanks for listening.
Or if you are a parent of a frother, as they say, the groms. Get them going. Let us know. Let us know what they're doing, how they're getting into it, because it's bloody awesome and we want to support them. And then, of course, top 6 TV series. How did we go? What did we miss? Are you on board? Are you comfortable with it? Have you not seen any of those? Bloody go and watch them. Simple as that.
Orange is the New Black. Go and watch it.
What a show. What a show.
Yeah, liked it a lot.
Righto. Well, that's us for the night. Adam, thank you very much, my friend. It is time for you to rip into some of these monthly rezos. I'm going to have a cuppa and watch you tick off a few of them, and then I'll get back into it. No, we all need to get stuck in, let's be honest. Thanks, Ad. See ya.
I know. Peace.